Hello Bacha Party, welcome to your favorite YouTube channel Rohit Kher Physics, one of the most beautiful way of learning the concept of physics. In today's lecture we are going to discuss our new theory from class 12, the potential due to an electric dipole. This is one of the most MP theory of our chapter. Let's start it. So Bacha Party, in a previous lecture we already derived the equation for the potential for a point charge. In this lecture we are going to derive the potential due to an electric dipole. Electric dipole is nothing but just a system of two equal and opposite charge carrier. That means plus q and minus q. We are going to put this in a finite distance is known as electric dipole. So here we have one electric dipole. Here is a minus q, here is a plus q, and the distance between plus q and minus q, let it be 2a. That means the from midpoint of this dipole, this distance gonna be a, this distance also be gonna be small a. The story or flow like this. Suppose we have to find the potential due to it any point. Sorry, we have missed this one. Let's consider electric dipole having a dipole moment P is equal to 2aq. So this one is very important. So dipole moment, we have to write a dipole moment before we are going to start any theory related to dipole, because it shows many things. It shows the dipole moment here is a q, that means the two charges are having plus q and minus q charges, and the distance between them are 2a. Okay, so now let's suppose we have to find the potential due to this dipole at any point capital P. Since potential obeys the superposition principle, we know that superposition principle is nothing, just addition of all the number. It's nothing new for us, the superposition principle. So potential due to electric dipole at any point P, we can simply write V is equal to V plus plus V minus. Here the potential, total potential will be potential due to this plus Q and potential due to this minus Q from superposition theorem. So we know that the potential of a point charge is known as KQ upon R. So we simply put KQ upon R1 plus K. Here the Q is a minus Q. For this Q is minus Q, the negative charge. So we simply put minus Q upon R2. Now this R1 and R2 is nothing, distance of point P from plus Q and from minus Q relatively. So let's take out KQ common, and what will be remaining? 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. Then now, so actually this is a total potential at point P. We can say, sir, that's the answer, that's finish our theory. Okay, let's go. So we are not finished yet. So in this topic we are going to find the potential here in terms of R vector. Now what is R? R is nothing, R is a position vector of any point P from midpoint of a dipole. Because we know that dipole moment, the direction of dipole moment is from minus q to plus q. So the direction of dipole moment is a small p. It goes like this from minus q to plus q. And the direction of this R vector is like this. And the angle between them are known as theta. So we have to find the potential at point P in terms of R, not R1 and R2. Here we find the potential, but this potential is in terms of R1 and R2, where R1 and R2 is nothing, just a distance of point P from plus Q and minus Q. So now we have to find this here, the potential in terms of small r. So there are number of ways to find the value of R1 and R2 in terms of R. You can visit any reference book or any other board textbook or any Google. मतलब बहुत सारे रास्ते हैं. So we are going to choose very easy method for this. I think this is not very easy. I think it's easiest method to calculate R1 and R2 in terms of R. For this we are going to name this part, this point P, let it be this point R, P, Q, R, let it be Q, and this one be R. So now we extend this QR, the line of this QR we are going to extend up to where? Up to infinite? No, not infinite, up to that point, so that there we can make a right angle triangle for here let it be point PQRS. So here there will be right angle triangle. We have to extend this line QR up to point S so that there will be right angle triangle. So we can easily apply Pythagoras theorem. So from this we are going to find the value of R1 in terms of R. The whole story goes like this. So now to convert equation 1, what is equation? This one is equation 1. This is a total potential at point P due to plus and minus Q. So to convert equation 1 in terms of small r, small r is nothing, just a position vector of midpoint of dipole to this particular point. Let extend the line कौन सी वाली QS, line QS up to point capital T. This line QS, we extend this line up to point capital T so that this STP, not a standard temperature and pressure, this is a triangle, will be a right angle triangle. So we can easily apply Pythagoras theorem from triangle STP. We can simply write SP square is equal to ST square plus TP square. Square of hypotenuse is equal to square of sum of both sides. It's a simple. That's SP square is equal to ST square plus TP square. So from now, how can the SP square is known as R1 square? So how can we now convert this R1 square in terms of small r? We apply some logic here. Focus here. So this one is R. This line is R. Let us divide R in a two component. In its two component, we know that every vector can be divided into two component. One is vertical component, another one is horizontal. We know that. So how can you convert it in two component? One is this one, and other one is this one. Okay, so this is vector R. One horizontal component is up to here and vertical component is up to this. So this one is horizontal component and this one is vertical component. So we know that the component, the size of component is generally we can also write in terms of cos theta and sin theta. So this component will be, if this is R and the angle theta is being here, so this component is gonna be R sin theta, and this component R, the vertical component, are gonna be R cos theta. It's a very simple way to find the sin theta and cos theta component. The component which involved in making angle theta is known as cos component, and the component which is not involved in making angle is known as sine component. So here we can simply make this one is R cos theta and this component is R sine theta, like this. Focus here. This one is R. Okay, here one component, here another one component, here the angle is theta. So if you are gonna put here sine theta, so this component let it be 1 and this component let it be 2. So sine theta is nothing. We know that sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse upon. Opposite means which one? Opposite means this one. So this one is 1 upon hypotenuse, matlab this one is R. So this the one, if you're gonna make subject 1, will be R sine theta. Here the one is this one is R sine theta. And if you are gonna put here cos theta, we know that nearer upon hypotenuse, nearer means this one 2 upon hypotenuse, matlab this R, making a subject 2 will be R cos theta. So this one is R cos theta. So now what we can do? So ST square, this much, ST square, this point P, this point Q, this point R, this S and this T. st square you can simply write here, st square is nothing but the square of rt minus rs, rt minus rs square. You can understand easily, st is nothing rt minus rs. From this, if you are gonna cut this will remaining. From all this, if you are gonna cut this, the remaining is this much. That means you can simply rt minus rs whole square minus tp square. Let it be as it is, tp square. So now whole story are gonna flow like this. So now in this Pythagoras theorem, we are going to put the value of all these rt, rs and tp. So rt, we can simply, from this figure we can say rt is nothing this much, rt is this much is r cos theta. It's a vertical component of this r. So we can put the value of rt, r cos theta, and minus rs, rt minus rs. This much is nothing, it's just a. This much is a and this much another one is a. So we can conclude r cos theta minus a whole square plus tp square this much tp square. So this tp is already equal to this much. So this is nothing, just horizontal component of r, which we can write r sin theta. So we put here r sin theta whole square. So now it's just a basic maths of our class 8 and class 9. R cos theta minus a whole square, that means square of first term r square cos square theta minus 2 first term and the last term 2ar cos theta plus square of last term is equal to plus a square. The square of r sin theta square will be r sin square sin square theta. And now from this two term, r square cos square theta and r square sin square theta, we simply take r square as a common and the remaining will be cos square theta plus sin square theta plus a square minus 2ar cos theta. This is a well known equation. Cos square theta plus sin square theta will be 1. So from all this will be 1. We don't care about it. So from all this term, we are going to take r square as a common. But here the question is, there is no r square in all these three terms. This one is our first term, this one is second, and this one is third. So here we can say r square, but here there is no r square. But we have to take it out as a common. So how can we do that? We have to divide it by r square. If you are forcefully take out some as a common, then you must be divided by the same. So here r square is common. Here if this value of this will be 1 and r square is a common, the remaining is 1. Here there is no r square, but we have already take it out as common, so we have to divide it by r square. And here is the same, there is no r square, but we have to take it out as a common, so we simply divide it here by r square. Here you can say r and r is cancel. The remaining term will be like r square 1 plus a square upon r square minus this. So now here we are going to assume one thing. Let this point P is very far. Let this point P is very far. So we can simply write the distance from midpoint to this point, means R, is very greater than 2a. So for a special case, when the point P is very far, we can simply write R is very greater than 2a. Hence, this term a square upon r square will be almost 0, because r is very greater than a. If you are going to divide some number by a very large number, the answer will be almost 0. So this value will be almost 0. You can say, sir, why not this 0? This is not almost 0, because here look at here the large numbers square. R square, matlab this one is very large, and while this one is just large. That's not very large, but this is a very large. The square of large number will be very large. So if you are going to divide some number by very large number, the answer will almost 0. So if this will be 0, we can simply neglect it, and the remaining term will be like this: r1 square is equal to r square 1 minus 2a cos theta upon r. So here we need to 1 upon r. There is a r1, there is a not r1 square. So we simply square root of both side. So if you are going to take square root of both side, here will be r1 square root r square will be r. The whole thing square will be 1 upon 2. We can write like this, for square root 1 upon 2. And here you can say we want a value of 1 upon r1, not r1. So we just take inverse of this equation. If we are going to take inverse of this equation, the equation will be like this: 1 upon r1 plus 1 upon r, 1 minus, let it be same as it, and here the power 1 by 2 are gonna be minus 1 by 2. We know that if you are gonna inverse something, suppose there is x square and we are gonna take inverse, that means 1 upon x square. We can write this thing as x to the power minus 2. So if you are going to inverse, it's nothing, just take it power as minus 2. So now we are going to apply for this one, we are going to apply binomial theorem. Binomial theorem is well-known theorem for the students of PCM, but for the student of PCB, it's a little bit tricky one. But here I am writing a very simple form to understand binomial theorem for students of PCB. Suppose there is an equation like this: 1 plus x to the power n, 1 plus x to the power n, and this x is a very small. The condition will be this: the x will be very small. We can simply write this thing as it 1 plus power will be come forward to the multiplication of our second term. Power will come here, 1 plus and x. But remember one thing, this is only for when x is very small. If x is not small, this line is gonna be even larger. There are unlimited steps. But if x is very small, we can omit remember step, and we have to focus only first step and second term. So now here from binomial theorem, what we have to do, take a power in multiplication of second term. So the power is here is minus 1 by 2. If we multiply our second term with minus 1 by 2, then this minus and this minus gonna be plus, and this 2 and this 2 gonna be cancel. So remember is just a cos theta upon r. So the value of 1 upon r1 will be 1 upon r bracket 1 plus a cos theta upon r. We can simply, by same method, we can conclude the value of 1 upon r2 as well. For 1 upon r2, what we have to do? For finding value of 1 upon r2 in terms of r, we have to take a right angle triangle, not this STR, but this QTP. Here we have take a triangle STP for R1, because in right angle triangle STP there is R1. So if we need to find R2, the triangle will be QTP. This one, this is a bigger and bigger right angle triangle. So for this triangle QTP, we are going to follow same method. The change is this: here this ST square is nothing, this is R cos theta minus A. R this much minus this much. But now if you are going to take this much triangle, we have to simply term like this QT square. Here not ST square but gonna be QT square. So for QT square, we simply, what we are going to do, we simply going to do this much is R cos theta, this much is R cos theta plus this much is A. So we have to write this R cos theta plus A. R cos theta plus A. Remember thing gonna be like same. The difference is only here, not a minus but here a plus. Because in this triangle we have to gonna do R cos theta minus this much, and here we are going to do R cos theta plus this much. This is A. So if we put here plus sign, here plus, plus, and this minus comes to R, and this value are gonna be minus. So there is a difference only of plus and minus. So by same method, the value of 1 upon r2 will be 1 upon r 1 minus a cos theta upon r. But this is not our theory is finished yet. We have to put this 1 upon r1 and 1 upon r2 in our equation number 1. So for this I have to wrap up something. So take a screenshot of it very well, because I am gonna remove some extra thing to make our final equation. So I'm pause the value for a while and take a perfect screenshot to understand whole thing. So now if we are going to put the value of 1 upon r1 and value of 1 upon r2 in our very well known equation number 1, which is the potential due to electric dipole is kq 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2, we can write like this: V is equal to kq, same as it 1 upon r1, put the value of 1 upon r1 which is 1 upon r 1 plus a cos theta upon r, minus 1 upon r2 minus put the value of 1 upon r2 which is 1 upon r 1 minus a cos theta upon r. So now I am remove this one. So now if we just simplify these things are gonna be 1 upon r, let it multiply whole thing with 1 upon r. 1 upon r multiplied by 1 will be 1 upon r. 1 upon r multiplied by this term will be gonna be a cos theta upon r square minus 1 upon r multiplied by this one. And this minus 1 upon r multiplied by this one, matlab this minus and this minus gonna be plus a cos theta upon r square. We can simply cut down these two 1 upon r because one is plus and another one is minus. The remaining thing are gonna be kq a cos theta upon r square plus a cos theta upon r square. One apple plus another apple. There is a two apple. That means a cos theta upon r square plus a cos theta r square will be 2a cos theta upon r square. So now here focus here, these things 2a multiplied by q, 2a multiplied by q, these things are simply we can write as a dipole moment. So whole thing will be like kp cos theta upon r square. So this is a very simple equation for potential due to dipole. V is equal to kp cos theta upon r square, or you can also write like this: 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 p cos theta upon r square. So that's here is your theory is going to be complete, but we have take some important note from this equation. So from this equation बच्चा पाल्टी, which equation? V is equal to kp cos theta upon r square. You can simply write this equation as this, as your textbook. P is a vector and the cos theta are shows the dot product, but here is a nothing. There is a no vector with whom we are going to take a vector product. So we assume there is a 1 kp multiplied by value of 1 into cos theta. So we can write like this: kp r caret upon r square. There is a scalar product of these two vector. One is p caret and another, sorry, one is p vector and another one is r caret. What is r caret? So this will be our p vector, this one is minus q, this one is plus q. Here is a point p where we find the potential, and the r vector will be like this. This vector is nothing, just a position vector of point p from a midpoint of a dipole. There is an angle theta between these two vectors. So this is r vector. Now what is r caret or r cap? R cap is a unit vector from midpoint to this point. So r cap is a unit vector. Its magnitude is b1. So we assume that there is a magnitude of 1, and which one be r caret, r cap. Why r cap? Because here is an angle theta. The theta angle is between r cap and p vector. And here is a cos theta. That's why we put dot. If there is a sin theta, we are gonna put cross product. But here is a cos theta. We can simply put here dot product. That's okay for you, I hope. So if you are gonna convert this equation, this into this, how can you do? K value of P vector is P, value of R cap. Value of R cap gonna be 1 because it's a unit vector, into 1 into cos theta upon R square. This one is this. Okay. So don't take that much tension. This is just I'm showing you how textbook given you. So now let's take some important point out of this equation. Remember the equation of potential due to point charge. This one is, that one is kq upon r. So this equation shows you that the potential due to point charge only depends on position vector r, or we can say distance r, because here is not a vector, it is just a distance r. But here there is a not only distance r, here a distance r is as well, but one more thing is angle theta. So due to dipole, a potential due to dipole, this depends on 2 points. One is a distance and another one is theta also. Here the potential for a point charge, the potential will be decreased, or we can say it depends on 1 upon r, while here it's depend on 1 upon r square, inversely proportional to r square. Here is inversely proportional to r. One more thing, one more special thing, if you are going to take, if you put a theta will be 0. Theta, if there is a theta is 0, then potential for theta 0 be like kp upon r square, which is the maximum value of potential for theta 0. If you are put a theta pi, then cos pi will be minus 1. So for theta pi the value will be minus kp upon r square. For a theta pi by 2, if we put a theta pi by 2, cos pi by 2 will be 0. That means that potential will be 0. So that's some special case which can be asked you in MCQs. Remember that thing, but not in theory. In the theory you have to write up to this equation. So take screenshot of this very well, and thank you so much.